And it is now time to discuss a lovely little bit of news, a shocking exit for a prominent Hollyoaks character, a character who was recently reintroduced, but unfortunately their time on our screens is coming to an end. This is going to be about Hollyoaks, faithful Hollyoaks bad boy, about the man called Freddy Rosco. And obviously the article, just get rid of that. Hollyoaks star exits soap a year after dramatic return, and he's already filmed his final scenes. The actor made a shock comeback up just over a year ago, but has now decided to bow out of the Channel 4 soap and spread his wing. A major Hollyoaks star has left the soap. So it's Freddy Rosco. Charlie Clapham has left. He's already filmed his final scenes. We did recently see a scene. We did recently see a picture of him like holding a Hollyoaks sign, which is what they give to everybody who leaves as like a nice little parting gift, a little bit of a memory. He probably got one originally as well, so he's probably got two to commemorate two of his stints on the show, and more on the article once again. Charlie Clapham first played Freddy Rosco, first arrived in the Division 2013, and stayed for 4 years before leaving the show. Last year, he made a shock return alongside Tamara Waller's villain Grace Black as his wife. Freddy quickly cheated on Grace with Vicky Grant and Mercedes McQueen. He is plotting to bring down Grace, but he has no idea she's got his brother Robbie chained up in a basement somewhere. The storyline is set to come to an explosive head later this year, and it will lead to actor Charlie's exit. A source said Charlie has finished his stint filming. He's hugely popular and everyone's sad to see him go, but the storyline is great and it was all planned out before his return. There's going to be a big send-off for Freddy as the soap ramps up for a huge summer leading to the 30th later this year. And then they talk about Maxine Miniver. So, yes, Freddy Rosco will be leaving, and ultimately, it's not it kind of is a surprise, but it's also not. The issue with Charlie Clapham as Freddy Rosco is the Freddy Rosco character works 10 years ago, but when he's still doing it and he's pushing 40, it then gets a little bit tired. It gets a little bit weird. You know what I mean? Like, Phil Mitchell's fun. What's a better example? It's fun to be a cheeky chappy when you're 16, but when you're 33, you just get told to grow up. I think that's the real headline. It's always kind of weird. And this one is obviously reported in The Sun. It's not been reported in Digital Spiders yet, but it was reported by Metro as well. It's kind of sad in a way, but it's also not, because in the same way, Freddy was never really his character. Oh, hello, camera. Come on. His characterization in this current version of the show was a little bit strange, because he had this kind of they both love and hate each other relationship with Robbie. He has this weird relationship with Grace Black, and they're acting like they love each other, but they don't, and they split up. Then he's with Mercedes, which doesn't really go anywhere because she's been in and out of prison and cancer treatment. So it starts to go a bit strange, where you don't really know where to place it. You don't really know what to do, where to go, or what to do with Freddy. And he's had his kids, he's not having any more. And everybody who's really been around has been in a state of flux. Grace has gone through a big character transformation. Robbie has gone through a pretty big character transformation. Vicky is currently gone, but will be back. It's just a weird time for Freddy Rosco, because all the characters you would have him bounce off of aren't really there. And even then, so the whole point of the Roscos is with the Roscos, you have them be a big family and they all bounce off each other. Robbie bounces off Jason. Freddy bounces off Joe. They have this big back and forth chemistry that's really good. But when you take away the big family, it doesn't make any sense, because you don't have that back and forth to work with. The brothers are often the moral compass, keeping the others in check. So, yeah, it is a shame to see Freddy leave. And it's nice that we had him back, and he really could do something more and something greater. But it's probably not the time, honestly. It's probably not the time. His return has been quite underwhelming as such. It's not been too great in its own right. Because, like, he's had a lot of the same stuff. Like, he had, like, a little will they, won't they relationship with Kitty. He just kind of existed and got involved in people's business. He blew his beans. Let's make no illusions about it. He blew his beans. And yeah, they refused to progress the character. They refused to really take him forward. They were gonna threaten to build his relationship with his daughter, with Lexi, but they never really did. I don't know, man. Like, you can only work with what you're given, and what you're given isn't great. And even then, I'm sure Charlie Clapham won't be too upset to say he's not exactly the best actor, is he? It's Freddy Rosco, for crying out loud. He says something a little bit sexy. He makes his puppy doll face, and he looks good. That's what he like. It's obviously he is a good actor, and he performs well when he needs to. But fundamentally, you're not giving him this Frankie storyline that she had. You know, you got to know your role, or know where you fit. You got to know your strengths, and you got to know your weaknesses. And it's going to be interesting to see if this continues, because it is another exit in what has already been a pretty stacked cast. So to see more people leave, I don't really know what it says about Hollyoaks as such. Does it say people aren't necessarily vibing with Hannah Cheer's direction of the show? Perhaps. Was this decided before and they changed it? Maybe. And I mean, also, there was a thing that came out where he made a song that featured in Hollyoaks, and it was an alright song, honestly. You could tell it was him singing it, and it featured in the scenes, I think, when Grace returned. When Mercedes returned. And it was a decent song, but honestly, to me, it seems like he's gotten attention again after all this time. He may as well use it to try and prop up what is a possible, probably not, career in music, if that's what he's interested in. Good day rates, you know, good cash to keep him ticking, and the door is probably left open for it. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he was killed off, simply because there isn't really a place for the Roscos anymore. Like, they're not really a family you bring back beyond this. Like, I think Robbie's days are numbered as well. Like, they just didn't really seem to fit with this new version of the show, because you had Robbie characterized as like this gangster who killed Blue, and it's like, yeah, all right, sure. Like, my I don't know, some joke about someone's little brother being like, I rule this sand pit. It's like, well, push. Clearly don't. It starts crying, little bitch. That's how Robbie felt in that role of being this gangster. He just doesn't really work, and you need a big family for the Roscos to bounce off of. But they have also been really isolated in the same way. So prop out the Gallaghers, prop out the Blacks, I guess, if you want. But the Roscos just don't necessarily fit, and I'm not surprised that Charlie Clapham has decided to leave. And you may as well strike while the iron's hot. You know, most people don't get second chances. He got another chance. He did his bit, had some more fun scenes. Probably nothing even remotely close to iconic at all, but had some fun little scenes. Reminded everybody why they like Freddy Rosco, and it sets the stage if he wants to come back in the future, if Hollyoaks is still around. I'm still holding out for a Kim Butterfield return for no reason, just to love her as a character, and that's all I want, but she's probably never come back either. So, yeah, there we are. So, yes, Freddy Roscoe's leaving, a major Hollyoaks star. Ultimately, kind of got lost in the shuffle in this last little period of time. So, full credit to him. Hope he does well in whatever he chooses to do. But also, we're probably not going to be missing him particularly. a lot of his characterization was a bit clumsy and a bit forced, and a lot of it just kind of felt a little bit off, which isn't really what you want. You want it to work seamlessly, and they kind of had to go like paycheck by paycheck to figure out what they actually want to do next. So they didn't really have the biggest overarching plan. But if they have planned it out intricately, maybe it'll actually be something really good. Time will tell.